gentlemen, would you please stand for the arrival of the bridal party?
A love-struck Romeo sing the streets a serenade, laying everybody low with a love song that he made. Find the streetlight, steps out of the shade, says something like, "You and me, babe, how about it?" Juliet says, "Hey, it's Romeo, you nearly gave me a heart attack." He's underneath the window, she's singing, "Daylight, my boyfriend's back." You shouldn't come around here singing up at people like that. Anyway, what you gonna do about it? Juliet, the dice was loaded from the start, and I bet any you exploded into my heart, and I forget the movie song. When you gonna realize it was just that the time was wrong, Juliet? Come up on different streets, they both were streets of shame, both dirty, both mean. Yes, and the dream was just the same. And I dreamed your dream for you, and now your dream is real. How can you look at me as if I was just another one of your deals? When you can fall for chains of silver, you can fall for chains of gold. You can fall promises they hold. You promised me everything. You promised me thick and thin, yeah. Now you just say, "Oh, Romeo, yeah. You know, I used to have a scene with him." Juliet.
This place in which we are now met has been duly sanctioned according to law for the celebration of marriage. We are here to witness the joining in matrimony of Jack Titus Meyer and Helen Sophie West. If any persons know of any lawful impediments to this marriage, they should declare it now. Perfect. So on behalf of Jack and Helen, I'd like to thank you all for joining them here today to share with them their wedding ceremony. Through the vows they make today as a couple, they are expressing a commitment to each other, and through your presence, you are here showing them your support for them in their future together. Jack and Helen have chosen to enhance their ceremony today, and first of all, we're going to start with a reading. So could I please ask Jane to come forward?
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. So, To My Son and Daughter-in-Law by G.E. Jones. If I could, I would take hold of the sun. I would ask it to shine on you both. If I could, then consider it done. Of this you have my oath. If I could, I would speak to the stars. I would ask them to decorate the sky. I would talk to the moon and kindly ask it to join their romantic plight. If I could, I would ask of the snow to be pure and crisp and white, and the footprints that show to be yours alone, fresh, clean and bright. If I could, I would ask for the rain to gently fall and settle, to drizzle down the window pane and rest upon the petals. If I could, I would ask the rainbow to find its end with you, to keep you happy and to show the pot of gold is you.
So Jack and Helen, before you are joined in matrimony, I have to remind you of the solemn and binding characters of the vows you are about to make. Marriage in this country means the union of two people voluntarily entered into for life to the exclusion of all others. So I'm now going to ask each of you to declare that you are free legally to marry. Jack, I'm going to start with you. And if you could reply, I am, to the following question, please. Are you, Jack, free lawfully to marry Helen?
I am.
Thank you. And Helen, are you free lawfully to marry Jack?
I am.
Thank you. Marriage is a commitment for life. It is a statement to those around you of the love, friendship and support you wish to share together for the rest of your lives. And the vows that you make today are twofold. The first is ensured that there is no impediment to your marriage, and in the second you will take each other as partners for life. So I'm now going to ask each of you a more traditional question, and the answer I'm hoping for is I do. Okay, Jack? So Jack, do you take Helen to be your wife, to love and cherish, honour and support her, and give her understanding and comfort, whatever the future may bring?
I do.
And Helen, do you take Jack to be your husband, to love and cherish, honour and support him, and give him understanding and comfort, whatever the future may bring?
I do.
Thank you. So we've now arrived at what is the most important part of the ceremony. And at this point, I'd like to ask if our witnesses, who I understand are going to be Julia and Stefan, if they would mind standing. Sorry, I didn't warn you. So we're all here today to witness your ceremony, but your two special witnesses will sign later on to say that they heard you make your verbal statements. I'm just checking they're in the room, otherwise we're in trouble later on. Okay? So, Jack, would you please repeat after me? I, Jack Mayer,
I, Jack Meyer,
take you, Helen West,
take you, Helen West,
to be my wedded wife.
to be my wedded wife.
Thank you. And Helen. I, Helen West,
I, Helen West,
take you, Jack Mayer,
take you, Jack Meyer,
to be my wedded husband.
to be my wedded husband.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll take your seats. Thank you. To make today extra special, Jack and Helen have also chosen to make special promises to each other. So I'm going to stand aside now as Jack makes the first promises.
Helen, I'm so excited for our lives together as husband and wife. You're the light of my life, my soulmate and my best friend. We've shared many happy memories together and I can't wait for the future adventures that marriage will bring. Every day, the highlight of my day is coming home to see your smile, to feel your embrace, to hear about your thoughts for the day, and of course to see Cosmos meowing at your heels. I hope I can give you the same feelings of joy, warmth, excitement and courage that you instill in me. I promise that I will always endeavour to cheer you up when you're feeling sad, to look after you when you're feeling poorly, to cook for you when you're feeling hungry, to take photos of you in the garden when you want a new Insta post. And to support you in any way I can. And finally, in the immortal words of the Waterboys, how long will I give to you as long as I live to you, however long you say? How long will I love you as long as stars are above you, and longer if I may?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thanks. My turn. I haven't learnt mine. Jack. Jack. I love you and our life together. The last nearly 10 years have flown by. From Cambridge to Putney, with some pit stops in between. I love how kind and calm you are, how clever and thoughtful you are, how you make me properly laugh. Sorry. And how you giggle to yourself. And I love how you look after me. Spending time with you makes me so happy, even though it doesn't look like it. I promise to be your biggest advocate, be there when you need a cuddle, and continue to walk beside you through whatever our lives will bring. You are the love of my life, today and forever.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I always ask the bride and groom when they get to the promises, are they going to read them off a card or have they learnt them? Normally you get a shock of, oh, was I meant to learn them? You were the first person that's ever said, yes, I've learnt them. I think that deserves a clap. Well, to follow that, we're now going to have a reading from Julia, please.
Well, I think everybody here knows Helen's love of gardening and her transformation of her 4x1 balcony and now her own garden. She inherited these inevitably from her grandparents. Her one grandfather tended tea plants on the slopes of the Himalayas, and the other spent many hours in his garden growing all sorts of things. I was out in our garden recently and I came across some oyster shells that Helen and I excavated during lockdown. And we'd put them in a row along the bed. And it inspired me to write a little poem for Helen. Helen, Helen, who could grow a melon? How does your garden grow? With barbecue by Jack, veg plot at the back, and Cosmos's paws all in a row, 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 and hundreds of blooms just for show. So, Jack, you will know that it's a bit of a tradition in our family to get ribbed incessantly about some little misdemeanors that have happened along the way. And so I wrote a little limerick to initiate you into our family tradition. So, Jesus College trained a young vet called Jack. On safari in Uganda, he sat right back. We said, let's hunt lion. Jack said, I'm trying. But he just didn't have the right knack. And my husband added, turned out he's blind as a bat, which I thought was a bit unfair and it spoiled the limerick, but anyway. But then, more seriously, I sat down and wrote a poem for you both. I pondered how marriage resembles a garden. Both grow, have seasons, and can be hard won. From first beginnings, trying out plants and soil, at times more hope, some luck, some toil. Summer lush with flowers, winter can bring gloom. Patience needed, plants some seeds, once again it will bloom. Love blooms, happy days, and now a marriage commitment. Together you step into your new life ahead. Twine yourselves, but branch out as well, giving each other enough room to spread. To reach your potential and aim for your goals, but close enough to touch each other when needed, in sympathy, in joy, and when you've succeeded. Every plant can be beautiful on its own, but in harmony so much more once together they've grown. Together you'll be so much more than as one. Be kind, be honest, and have lots of fun. Enjoy the sunshine, enjoy the rain, enjoy the rainbows when they appear again. A garden flourishes with rain and sun. Marriage needs love, kindness, and a dash of fun. A garden needs tending, watering, and weeding, without which it becomes quite a mess. Marriage will also need your attention, so it doesn't become a wilderness. Love each other, listen to each other, and remind each other every day that each of you is special in your own way. Dank winter days can be quite depressing. No growth, no sun, no colour to show. But remember the spring and longer days coming. Bulbs, tubers, roots just waiting to grow. Some warmth, tender words, and a nurturing nudge. Most of all, don't go to sleep on a grudge. Rise and smile, hug yourself and your mate. A little I love you will make you feel great. If you're feeling yourself wilting, take time to relax. Together you'll grow stronger and have each other's backs. May your garden grow green with blossoms galore, but not too much pollen to make hay fever a chore. We're delighted that we're gathered here together today to witness your vows in this beautiful way. We're proud of you both and want to wish you the best. May you be happy, may you be healthy, and know that you're blessed.
Thank you.
So the wedding ring is an unbroken circle. It has no beginning and it has no end, and it symbolises unending and everlasting love. May these rings that you will exchange today remain an outward symbol of the lifelong promises you have made to each other. So please could I ask Eddie, who has the important job of bringing the rings forward, please. Right, so Jack, if you'd like to take the one for the other one. One job.
You're doing a good job.
I did say we should do a rehearsal.
Okay, just pop it on me and just hold it there. And then repeat after me, please. Helen, with this ring,
Helen, with this ring,
I promise to love and cherish you,
I promise to love and cherish you,
comfort and care for you,
comfort and care for you,
honour and protect you
honour and protect you
throughout our life together.
throughout our life together.
And gently push the ring on. Get your ring back in a minute. Okay, right. I've done half a job. It's back.
Thank you, Eddie.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'll do this in reverse. So, Jack, with this ring,
Jack, with this ring,
I promise to love and cherish you,
I promise to love and cherish you,
comfort and care for you,
comfort and care for you,
honour and protect you
honour and protect you
throughout our life together.
throughout our life together.
Thank you.
Today is a new beginning for Jack and Helen. May you have many happy years together, and may all your hopes and dreams be fulfilled. May you believe in each other, and may the warmth of your love enrich not only your own relationship, but also the relationships of those around you. You have both made the declarations prescribed by law and have made a solemn and binding contract with each other in the presence of your witnesses, your family and friends gathered here today. So it gives me great pleasure to say that you are now husband and wife. So congratulations to you both. You may share your kisses first. So, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the ceremony this afternoon. Helen and Jack, today we share in your joy as you become husband and wife, and on behalf of all of us here, we wish you every happiness. May you look back on today with loving memories and live a happy and full life together. So, ladies and gentlemen, please could I ask you to stand and join me congratulating Helen and Jack as they lead you out of the ceremony room.
Dear Helen and Jack, you're both wonderful, wonderful people. We're very happy to be here. As you can see, we're mingling. We're cross-continental, cross-generational, across your different phases of life mingling. It's because you have wonderful friends, and wonderful friends want to get to know each other. So we're all here celebrating you.
Hi guys, just to say that I love you both very much. Thank you for always letting me stay at your house. If you ever need someone to look after Cosmos, I will. I hope that you're ready for me to continue third wheeling for the rest of your lives. Can I be the fourth wheel then? I could be your date. Hi Helen and Jack. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for letting me be part of your big day. Helen, you are the first backward nicknamed girl, so your name is Nelle. I figured that since Jack was now part of the family, he would then also need a backward nickname. So, Cash, welcome to the family.
Jack and Helen, what a wonderful, wonderful day.
Congratulations, guys!
Woo! Your words were not just priceless, they're special, and they're going to hold you in great stead for a fabulous married life together. Enjoy.
Jack and Helen, congratulations on a wonderful, wonderful day. We've got the Maverick here leading the way. And huge congrats from all of us. Very good from the albino there. Fantastic words. Really great words. Really great words. Brilliant. Tell us about the results this evening. What are you expecting? Is it going to be a 5-0?
This is for Jack and Helen. No, it's not all about social media views.
Congratulations, Jack and Helen. Loads of love, and thank you for inviting us to a wonderful day.
Congratulations, Jack and Helen, on your lovely wedding day. Wish you all the best and love you loads and loads and loads and loads.
Congratulations, Jack and Helen. Thank you for letting us be part of today. We love you so much and are so glad that we're part of your lives.
Helen and Jack, we are so happy to stay with you today. We wish you all the best for your life and we will keep contact with you. Thanks a lot.
Congratulations, Jack and Helen. We're so happy for you and we wish you a really, really lovely long life together.
Congratulations!
I wish Jack and Helen all the happiness in the world. Good luck and all the best for the future.
Jack and Helen, so happy for both of you. Congratulations.
Yeah, I echo those sentiments from James. Congratulations on your wedding day.
Thank you, Adam. Fantastic day. So well done, guys. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Helen and Jack. Helen, we very nearly wore the same thing, and I'm glad we didn't. You look lovely.
Congratulations, Helen and Jack. Lovely to celebrate with you.
Congratulations, guys. Absolutely awesome day, awesome ceremony, absolutely fantastic surroundings. Congratulations.
Helen and Jack, just want to say congratulations. An incredibly moving ceremony. Huge congratulations to you.
You guys look amazing, and Jack, you made me cry.
So we're actually responsible for this wedding. It's because of me and Claire that Jack and Helen met in the first place. So you're welcome, everyone.
And I had to say that tonight is a much more elegant affair than the evening when they first met, which was when they did a swap at John's College at Cambridge. And that enough said.
Helen, Jack, thank you so much for having us at your special day. Huge congratulations. I hope you're super happy together.
Congratulations! Have a great day! Liebe Helen und Jack, wir wünschen euch alles Gute zu eurer Hochzeit.
Genießt den Tag. Merci für die Einladung. Und ja.
Helen und Jack, ich gratuliere euch ganz herzlich zur Hochzeit. Ich wünsche euch alles Gute und danke vielmals für die Einladung und eine ganz gute Zeit.
Dear Helen and Jack, congratulations! I just feel really moved by how much you love each other and how much you care for each other. And it gives me like faith and hope in romantic love and the security of relationships and marriage. And I think you're really wonderful together. And I really wish you the best that you both really, really deserve for your wedding and the rest of your lives together. And I'm really excited that I get to be a part of it. I love you both and enjoy the rest of your days.
Good afternoon. If you are able to, can you please stand and join me in welcoming the bride and groom. And then without further ado, please join me in giving a big applause to my sister, the bride.
Hello, everyone. thank you all so much for joining us today. It's really a dream come true to see all the people we love in one room, and I'm having such a great day, so thank you so much. Jack's going to be handling most of the thank you, so I'll keep my remarks in that regard quite brief, and I'm going to try and not cry again, but I might do, so sorry. So, first and foremost, thank you to my wonderful parents. Where are they? Back there. For their unwavering support, all the help with wedding prep, giving me an incredible childhood growing up around the world. God, I couldn't say it. I'm all good. So thank you so much for all of that. And also a special thank to my mum, who is a multi-talented lady, and obviously you saw the reading, the veil, the flowers, the bunting, it all done by mum, so thank you very much, mum. I'm getting so emotional. Anyway, to my amazing bridesmaids, Iona, Caro, Olivia and Sophie, thank you for the countless years of friendship you've shared with me and all the help getting ready this morning. Thank you very much. And thank you in advance for the belated hen do, which I know I still need to help you organise, so sorry about that. And an extra thank you to Iona for slaving away all day yesterday and creating this amazing cake. We got to try some of the offcuts yesterday and it was delicious, so look forward to that later. And then finally to my two bodyguard brothers, you saw one of them, Paul, and the other one's Adam. They're giants and have always looked after me, but always tease me to the end of the world, and I know that will continue for the rest of our lives, so thank you about that. Right, now let's turn our attention to one of the stars of the show, Jack, my new husband. It's hard to believe we've spent nearly a third of our lives together, which is crazy. But being a strategy consultant, I'm going to keep it concise and structured and talk about 5 attributes of Jack that make me smile. An odd number always works. So the 5 are going to be his deep commitment, how hardworking he is, the authentic fun he has, his caring nature, and the trust he has in us. So, first up, deep commitment. Jack's passion for hobbies is something that is truly something to behold, and I feel like there might be an overlap in speeches here, but from chess to poker to medieval total war to random YouTube history videos, and most recently bouldering, Jack dives headfirst into every hobby and really, really commits. His ability to immerse himself in new pursuits is something that's very impressive and also very entertaining. Even if I can't always keep up with his in-depth explanations about some historical event or move for move the latest red bouldering path that he's conquered that day, so I try. Secondly, hardworking. So Jack has this amazing ability to just quietly get on with stuff. When I'd sit and complain and put it off, he just gets on and does it. So whether that be learning orthopedic operations from a textbook and then just doing them the next day, casual, or to managing a 5-story pet hospital where he's in charge of 20 vets. He just never ever boasts, so I will continue to try and boast for you because you don't do that enough. Sorry, I'm still dabbing away my tears and snot, so sorry about that. Third on the list, authentic fun. So I've never met anyone who giggles as much to themselves as Jack does. And I mentioned it in my promises earlier, but it's a thing. You can hear him by himself in a room across the house just having a chuckle to himself. He also has a very silly streak inside of him, which definitely lifts me up. The best example recently was last week. We had this massive box arrive, and he decided to lift me up and put me in it for no apparent reason. And I couldn't get out, so he found that really, really amusing. Fourth on the list is caring. So Jack's unwavering support and care are immeasurable. Whether it's looking after our cat Cosmos, who sadly couldn't be here today, but you've already heard about him being mentioned, and I'm sure Jack will also mention him. Or bringing me cups of tea in bed, or looking after my tomatoes when I'm away on holiday. He is consistently there for me, and I'm really, really lucky. So thank you. I feel very lucky to have you in my life. And finally, Jack's trust and loyalty have really allowed us to maintain our individuality while embracing our adventures together. So most of you know we live like quite independent lives, which I really like, but we also have like hang out together and do have fun. But like we do have our own friends and stuff still and do our own things, which is great. And I'm not sure there'd be many people out there who'd be okay with their partner jetting off to Tanzania for 6 months without seeing each other very much in the previous 6 months. But Jack was cool with it, and I had a great time, so thanks. I can't wait to see what the future holds, and I love you so much. And please can we raise a toast to my new husband, Jack? To Jack. Woo! And now I'm handing over to Jack.
Which one?
Hello. It's still on.
Thank you, Helen. That was really sweet. As promised, I'll start by saying a few thank yous. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now on to Helen. I'm so excited that we're married. Woo! I think we're going to make a great team together as a married couple, as we have done so far in our relationship. Your dad Peter said so himself when I told him that I planned to ask for your hand in marriage. He said, "Well, I think you'll be a good match." And considering we've been together for 8 years at this point, I was very happy for the external validation. But no, we may have some differences, but I think we complement each other effectively. You're a big picture person, and I'm more of a small details man, I would say. But it works. For instance, when we were set the difficult task of planning this wedding at short notice, you were thinking, how the hell are we going to plan a wedding for 110 people in just 6 months? And I was thinking, why does Cosmos have a scratch on his nose? And lo and behold, look at the marvellous event that we've organised. But I never did find out why Cosmos got a scratch on his nose, actually. But I think because of this chemistry that we've got, this yin and yang, if ever we had the opportunity to apply to a job together, a joint role, I think we'd be quite unstoppable. You could point to your organisation, people skills, your creativity, your enthusiasm, and I could point to my 1500 ELO rating on chess.com. That's rapid, by the way, not blitz. No one cares about blitz, James. It may seem from the outside like it's a rather one-sided relationship in terms of decision-making, and it's fair to say that it mostly is, but I can't help but thinking that you yourself, Helen, are partly to blame for this. I do try to help sometimes, and I'll invest my time thinking up a solution, and I'll come running up to you and I'll say, Helen, I know what we're going to do about the band for the wedding. And you'll look at me and you'll say, Jack, I already know what we're going to do about the band because I booked them last week and I updated the spreadsheet accordingly. And any hope that I've got that I might at least get some credit for trying to be helpful is soon dispelled. Have you not been following the spreadsheet? And so I slink away and I think, what is Black's best response to the London system? That's another chess reference. I did figure that one out, but I'm not going to share it here. when we've got serial London players in our midst. Adrian Shaw, Vincent Harold and Billy Haslam. Onto some serious thank yous. Thank you to Peter and Julia for all being so kind and welcoming to me and all your help and support with the preparations for the wedding and with getting us set up in our new home. Thank you to my mum and dad. For your never-ending and unyielding love and support. Thank you for being there for me. From times when I just want to chat to times when my car breaks down. You can probably guess who I go to for which. To Adam and Paul, thank you for also being so welcoming of me and to your family. Thank you for being such supportive younger brothers to your big sister. Except for the time when she was chased by a stag in Bushy Park, which is a story that comes up quite regularly at the West dinner table. Thank you, Eddie, my brother and my best man, for always putting a smile on my face and for leading me astray from time to time. And Vince, my other best man, thank you for getting me through my years of teenage angst. You're very influential on me in my formative years, and I feel you're partly responsible for turning me into the weirdo that would talk about chess for half a wedding speech. So thank you. Beth, thanks for your help with the wedding speech and for your suggestion that I should talk more about how much I like Helen. I took it into consideration. And to the lovely bridesmaids, Iona, Caro, Livia and Sophie, thank you for always being there for Helen since before I was around. I know how much she cherishes your close friendship. Thank you to everyone who's here for celebrating with us today. I've had some people come from a really long way as well, a few from abroad, and it's really appreciated for you to come and be with us. We really appreciate it, so thank you. There are some people that we would love to celebrate with today who sadly aren't here. Helen's nanny, who was unable to make it, and her granddad Tom, who passed away a couple of years ago. They were really close, I know, when Helen was growing up, and very influential, as we've heard, in her love for gardening. For my mutti and atti, my grandparents in Switzerland, for whom the journey was too difficult to make it across, but I was thrilled to see them fit and thriving a couple of months ago. My gran and granddad on my mum's side, who sadly passed away a few years ago, my gran said to me shortly before her health deteriorated, she said she would be content if she could just hang around long enough to see me and each of my cousins get married. And sadly that wasn't possible. I think if she'd known what sort of a successful bachelor Harry Shaw would become, she might have rephrased that statement, because I would be happy if I could live long enough to see Harry the Lionheart Shaw get married. Sorry, Ruth. Most tragic of all is the recent loss of Helen's dear friend and the dear friend of many in the room, Harry McAleer. I just want to commend Helen and her ex-BCG friendship group for the love and support they've shown each other at this difficult time. The day would have no doubt been made brighter by his presence and the presence of the others that I've mentioned, but we owe it to their memories to enjoy ourselves tonight. And so I'd like to raise my first toast to past friends and family, gone but not forgotten. So I'll finish with the rather light-hearted anecdote of the time when me and Helen first got together. It was a real Grease-style love story for the ages. Our first fling was in the post-exam pre-summer haze at the end of our second year of university. But we then parted ways when the university broke up for the summer, and I wondered if we'd ever meet again. As it happened, our paths crossed, the stars aligned, when we met at the birthday party of our mutual friend, Niall. It was a classic one of Niall's harebrained schemes. He invited about 40 people into his college room. He had a giant pumpkin. He had a large canvas for people to paint birthday messages. He plied everyone with cheap alcohol, and chaos ensued. I saw Helen there, and I thought, boy, she's cool. I know, what was I thinking? I thought, boy, she's cool. I wonder if she still thinks about me. And lo and behold, she approached me, paintbrush in hand, and smeared black paint all over my pink shirt. And I wondered if that was her way of flirting with me. So, being the macho man that I am, I saw an opportunity to impress her. And I picked up the giant pumpkin that Niall had in his room, and I went to hurl it out of his second floor window. Obviously, Helen, in her infinite wisdom, pulled me back from the window, explaining it would be a rather silly thing to do. And thus we have the first example of us working together well as a team. Helen, ever since we met all that time ago, I feel our relationship has grown day on day, and my love for you has grown with it. I soon learned that you're not only cool, and you're not only wise, but you're also so kind, generous, thoughtful, and caring. And when I'm with you, there's no place I'd rather be. That's a bit of foreshadowing to our first dance later. So my final toast to my lovely bride, Helen. And I'll hand over to Peter. Thank you.
That was so good. That was so good.
Okay. Well, hello everyone. Let me add my own thanks to Jack and Helen's. You're all most welcome. It's a proud day for us, and we much appreciate all of you being here today, particularly those of you who've travelled far. And I've talked to people who've flown from, I think, I haven't talked to you, Martha, but I know you've come in from Kenya, and Pakistan and so on. So that's great. And I also want to say a special word of welcome to all of Jack's family. After her first 12 months at an English boarding school, Helen, who up to then had spent 4 years in Melbourne, had her new headmaster comment in her annual report that Helen was the best thing to come out of Australia since macadamia nuts. That's high praise, but actually it echoed the sentiments of her many teachers in the numerous schools and countries she'd lived in up to that point. We see evidence of that third culture upbringing nowadays in Helen's inclusive worldview, shall I say, her cultural ability to assimilate lots of different ways of life and peoples. her adaptability and her resilience. Over here we see actually another of her skills, her ability to make and keep a very wide range of friends. When she was growing up in all those different places overseas, I think the hardest thing was moving schools and countries and having to make and lose new friends and make friends. I think that was a tough aspect of your life. But all of that helped shape your character, but it didn't make it, because I think the fact is that Helen has been a superstar since the day she was born. And sorry. Sorry, I just got that out of the way because I had a bet with the bridesmaids that if I cried during the speech, one, they'd give me some money, and two, I would have a sort of rumble of people shouting, "Man of the people," all around me. And it upsets me that no one is doing that now. But anyway, let's put that aside. And if I cry again, can we do better next time? Please. So as a baby, Helen used to sit upright on her playmat, showing zero interest in crawling or walking. Her mother and I used to fetch and carry on her instructions as she got chubbier and chubbier. We started to wonder whether we needed professional advice on her lack of mobility. And then one day, after about 18 months, she just got up and started to walk. Now, Julia and I consider that episode the first example of her precocious judgment, her startling, advanced sensitivity in terms of people management, us, and also a clear insight into the strategic self-management that she was going to display in later life. Now, some of you might think that that is over-interpreting the routine development of an 18-month-old. But hey, she was our baby. It's her wedding. And of course she was precocious. And of course she was perfect then. It took her a little while to adjust to the arrival of her brothers. To begin with, if she thought there was too much attention being paid to them, she would sort of flounce theatrically in front of them, usually taking off her clothes at the same time. But that behavior soon changed to actually be more in line with the sort of person that she is, sort of caring and protective, able to lead, and willing to take on responsibility. So she soon became her brother's spokesperson. So quite often we would get Helen saying, "Mummy, what the boys want is X or Y." And Mother, on checking with the boys, would get two very firm, assenting nods, silent, confirming that Helen had judged the mood right. This carried on actually for a little bit longer than we thought was in the boys' developmental interests. But it's all turned out okay in the end, I think. And it was really my fault, because I should have spotted in those two not particularly small lumps a kindred spirit in terms of our indolence capacity. So, boys, it's the truth. So we moved from there to. You've heard Helen talk about the boys looking after her, but actually it was always the other way around. Helen at school in those early years, and actually now too, looks after all of us, which is lovely to see. At school and at university, at work and in life, Helen has set herself the absolutely highest standards. We're very proud of all that she's achieved, and she should be very proud herself of what she's managed to do. But actually keeping a sense of perspective when there's pressure and when there's challenge is important. So the appearance nearly 10 years ago of the aspiring vet from Jesus with his calm and calming influence was good to see. It's also been great to see them grow together, adopt a cat, put together a house, do up a house together, and share a zest for travel and for life in general. I just sort of mention two honourable mentions for Jack, really. One is for the tolerance he shows for Helen's obsession with reality TV shows. And for, well, in the context of her horticultural interests, for all his work really as a sort of pyracantha clearer and rubbish tip factotum. Unglamorous, but important grunt work, Jack. Jack's commitment to working in the charitable sector is both admirable and heartwarming. I think my finishing advice to Helen would be just to take a little bit of care, pay a little attention to the fact that his fundamental goodwill doesn't shift from good causes to lost ones, because one lost cause is too many. So indulge him in Aston Villa Football Club. But please let it stop there. Okay. And girls, I'll be claiming my money soon, but I will stop here. So I won't ask you to stand. I just ask you to please join me in a toast to Helen and Jack for a happy, healthy, and fulfilling life together.
But now over to the bridesmaids.
Hello. Okay. Hi everyone, I'm Caro and I know Helen from school in the UK. You all know how much we love Jack and Helen, so we wanted to do something a little bit different. So we'll keep this short, unlike Jack and Helen, and sweet.
Hi everyone, I'm Iona. I know Helen from when we were 11 at school in Australia. However, what I'm going to share with you are some of her experiences at school in England, in her own words, from some of her many very detailed and very lengthy emails. But first, a quick game of true or false. Raise your glass if you think this is true. As well as emails, back in 2008, Helen was a bit ahead of her time and recorded hour-long podcasts detailing everything she was thinking about, mostly her current height and what she'd been eating. So if you think it's true, raise your glass. Seems like the majority are correct. So in Helen's own words, which will be said by Caro, Helen's first impressions of Canford.
Firstly, yes, everyone wears their skirts below the knees. My luggage consisted of a Chinese bag, a suitcase, a small backpack, my tuck box, and my hand luggage. Oh, and everyone immediately picks up on my Aussie accent, and yeah, they all sound so posh. Everyone is so rule-obeying.
She continued to be a bit of an overachiever.
So I might be asking for some extra work to do if I find it way too easy.
And size really seemed to matter to Helen.
Disco was awesome. I was still taller than most people who had heels on. Oh, and I've grown, by the way. In my medical, I found out I'm now 183 bloody centimetres tall. I really hope I've stopped growing. Grrr.
And another quick true or false. Raise your glass if you think this is true. Helen and Lottie dressed up as an amp meter and a voltmeter for a school disco. And again, correct. And so in October 2008, Helen still hadn't found the one.
I will find my lover boy soon over here.
One day she thought she might have spotted him.
Today was just such a sunny day, which I spent most of it down by the lower rugby pitches with Caro and Sarah. Met two rather hot players from another boarding school.
Spoiler, it wasn't Jack, and neither of them are here today. By November, she was still on the lookout.
Guy front, there are some nice ones and some kind of hot ones, but no strong liking yet. No one I think is mad on me yet either, lol. So I will just sit it out and see.
We know Helen's a nerd, so it's no surprise that when approaching Christmas in 2009, she wrote,
Mum has been pestering me about what I want for Christmas. All I could come up with was a graphic calculator.
And nothing changed much when she went off to Cambridge.
Hello, my name is Sophie, and I met Helen on our very first day at Cambridge together, and I knew immediately that this wonderful, kind, funny person, I wanted to be my friend. So yeah, for me and Helen, it was definitely like love at first sight. As we've heard a little bit between her and Jack, it was maybe a little bit of a slower burn. And of course, being Helen, and also being one of the very few women in a physics lecture full of men, she had a long line of suitors. It was long. So, true or false? Helen drunkenly messaged George Ezra, Eddie Redmayne, and a rugby player from Down Under. Raise your glass if you think that's true. Decent, yeah. It's actually false. She only messaged 2 out of the 3. I'll leave you guessing as to who that was. So we also discovered some long-lost messages from 2013 where, despite Jack's, quote, disgusting beard, which I note he has actually shaved off for today, good man, she thought that he was very, very lovely. And in a game of shag, marry, kill, from 2013, she said she would marry Jack. And so, with this amazing gift of foresight, here we are 10 years later. So yeah, she's got a bit of a third eye, that gal. Over to Olivia.
Hello, everyone. I'm Olivia, and I also met Helen on our very first day of university, which happened to be my birthday. And Helen's reminded me every year of our friendiversary since that. We're on 12 as of a couple of weeks ago. But I was very pleased to be added to Helen's very large collection of friends from all over the world. In fact, Helen's got more friends than any other person I know. And I think that shows more than anything how caring, kind, and fun she is. All of you here know that. There are so many stories for us to tell about university, but we've asked you to write all of your memories of Helen down on the post-it notes. So to keep us focused, this is where the saga of Helen's love life comes to an end.
Sorry, George.
Although we did find out that the makeup artist has a connection to George Ezra, so more on that later. It's too late, Helen. Right, it's been a pleasure to see Helen and Jack's relationship blossom. It stood the test of time, cities, and continents. And as it turned out, they didn't just have their very lofty heights in common. They also have a love of walking, travelling, board games, partying, and now cats. I know everyone here wants to join us and say, we wish you all the absolute best for the future, to Helen and Jack.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Thank you for the warm applause. So I just wanted to talk about three things, about Jack, Helen, and their relationship, which I think truly make them a fantastic couple. So the first thing is that I like to reflect on conventional wisdom when I'm thinking about why people are happy together. So when I was devising my speech, I did a bit of research on the different adages that could explain why this relationship works. So I think there are a few that work here. Each relationship nurtures a strength or weakness within you. Love does not claim possession, but gives freedom. But one really stands out to me in particular. And when I think about Helen and Jack, so I'll take the example of the planning of this beautiful wedding. So Helen organised the seating plan. Helen booked the venue. Helen drafted the invite. Helen even authored the briefings for the best men of the proceedings of the day. And the reason why this works is because, as we know from conventional wisdom, too many chefs spoil the broth. Now, I'm told that the one thing that Jack did do was choose his suit. But there's you can expect a bit more on that from Vince later. So moving on to the second thing. So my brother Jack, I've grown really close to him in the past 2 years. So I've moved to Putney, just 10 minutes walk away from Jack and Helen. Where they're building their beautiful life together. We've spent a lot more time together than we did when we were younger. And it's been amazing to see them building their beautiful home and their beautiful life together. I've seen the way that they care and nurture for the newest member of their clan, Cosmos the cat. You can really tell just how fantastic they will be as parents together and how lucky any child will be to have them as parents. But one thing that I've really learned about my brother over these past 2 years is that he really loves indoor climbing. And he spends hours every week going to that sweat box, chalking up his hands, climbing up the same walls over and over and over and over and over again. He's always climbing, he's thinking about climbing, he's always climbing. That's what he's doing. And I look around this room today and I see Helen's extraordinary family and my unique family. And what's become very clear to me is that Jack, he's also massively into social climbing as well. So all jokes aside now, number 3, so it's almost over. So the reason why I think my lovely brother and his amazing wife will have such a truly happy and fulfilling life together is because of how well they work together as a couple. So Helen provides Jack with the security, support and conviction that he needs. And Jack provides Helen with the humour, adoration and tenderness that she deserves. They're incredibly successful people, but they really know how to have a good time. And moreover, they really are the most humble people that you will ever meet. And that is one of the many, many, many reasons why everyone here loves them. You can see and feel how happy they are together, how that joy radiates out to all the people that we're with in this room, all those people who are lucky enough to be brought into their life. It's no coincidence that you see so many friends around the room right now, so many people that want to support Jack and Helen in affirming their relationship, so many people that they bring joy to that want to see them happy together. And with that, Jack and Helen, I love you very much. And if you could all raise a toast to the beautiful couple, thank you so much for today.
That was brilliant. Yeah, no trouble following that one. Thank you. So I'm Vince, and I'm one of the 2 best men today with Jack's brother Eddie. I actually wasn't originally supposed to be in the lineup for today. Jack told me he'd asked Eddie to be his best man, and I thought that was really fitting. I told him it says a lot about a guy when he picks his brother to be his best man. He's loyal, he loves his family. Perhaps most of all, he's got no mates. So on reflection, I think it was a good idea, and he decided he'd ask me along for the journey as well. And for that, I'd just like to take a moment to thank Jack and Helen for including me on their very special day. We've already heard from Eddie how much of Helen's hard work and preparation has gone into making today a success. Jack, you just sit there and enjoy yourself, mate. That's not entirely fair. Jack did actually have one very important job for today, and that was to pick out a nice, tasteful, understated suit. The kind of suit that wouldn't risk stealing any of the attention away from his beautiful bride. Which reminds me, a note to the photographers. Helen has kindly requested that any pictures featuring Jack today should be taken exclusively in black and white. There are actually only a few responsibilities for the best man. Organising the stag, of course, is traditionally one of them. Although Jack knew that 6 months would be more than enough time for Helen to plan a wedding, he knew it wasn't going to cut it for his stag. So other than this speech, the only real thing I had to worry about was getting Jack to the venue on time, which might sound simple, but for people that don't know, Jack and I have been friends since secondary school. We used to walk into school together, the same route, back and forth. Jack would pick me up along the way. And we followed this routine every day, twice a day, about 5 years. Don't think we made it on time once. So we broke with many years of tradition, and just getting him here today, I think, was a massive achievement. I don't want to dwell too much on our walks into school. It's not the most exciting topic for a best man speech. I should be talking about times of insobriety, poor judgment, like the time when a younger Jack, inspired by the Big Lebowski, thought it would be a good idea to bring in the new year exclusively drinking White Russian cocktails, made by his own hand with a pint of double cream. I think you were first sick about 10 p.m. that night. Or perhaps the time when an inebriated Jack decided to scale an emergency staircase in order to throw a broom off a local chip shop roof. Reasons that were unknown then and have remained unexplained since. Maybe even the time when Jack was the only member of our group who failed to apply sun cream to his back during an all-day snorkeling excursion in Belize. The sunburn was so severe, Jack couldn't sit back in his chair for the entire duration of the 12-hour flight home the next day. But sober as they were, those walks which took place every day of the course of our formative years were the foundation of an enduring friendship that's brought me here today. And having that time together every day, uninterrupted over so many years, was an incredible privilege and something I'm immensely grateful to have been able to share with you, Jack. Bringing it back round to today, though, that experience taught me an important lesson about Jack. As I said, he was late almost every single day. And I would sit at home and I'd wait and I'd wonder whether he was going to show up. And herein some advice for you, Helen. Helen, you'll already know this, but being with Jack is at times going to require on your part incredible feats of patience. But for all that waiting around I did, he always showed up, and you know that's something you can always count on Jack for. And although he's not the most punctual, Jack has many other great qualities. Anyone who knows Jack knows he's a very smart boy. He attended Cambridge, of course, where he met Helen. He's now an accomplished vet. And I don't know if anyone caught this in the speech earlier, but he's actually quite good at chess. In addition to his book smarts at school, Jack was a very talented musician. He was the head boy, he was the deputy, almost. And he was then, and he remains today, a great sportsman, memorably throwing himself across the line to pip Ziyi Zong to the finish in the 4x300 metres relay event of our Year 13 Sports Day. A day that will surely go down in Kes folklore, if only because more than 10 years later, Jack still won't shut up about it. Today, he's here with a beautiful, intelligent, kind-hearted, patient bride. And he's surrounded by adoring friends and family. And for all these things that Jack has, something that he's never had, apart from a particularly acute sense of fashion, is any hint of ego. Jack is the most humble, level-headed, and genuine guy you could ever hope to meet. He never has a cross word for anyone, and over the years I've relied on Jack more than he probably knows for his compassion, his loyalty, and his tolerance, particularly for me. Thank you, mate. So I'll close with this. Jack and I, we've been friends for coming on close to 2 decades now, and in that time a lot has changed. Changes in where we've been living, changes in what we've been doing with our lives, and changes in who we are as people. And with it, our friendship has changed as well, but it's always been there as a constant in my life. And this is how I know that Jack and Helen have a long and happy future ahead of them as they take their relationship forward now as a married couple. A relationship that's already had many twists and turns along the way and that will undoubtedly have more to come, but that will always have that bond of friendship and love between the two of them at its core. Jack, Helen, I'm so excited and I'm so happy for both of you. And I hope with that, everyone will join me in raising their glasses for the last toast of the day to Helen and Jack.
Hi, Helen and Jack. Alex is too scared to say congratulations.
Congratulations.
Oh, too scared. That's good. Congratulations. It's been a really lovely wedding so far. Your vows and your speeches were amazing. And we're really happy to see you guys looking so happy. And thank you for sharing your day with us.
Congratulations, you two. We always knew you'd made it. 10 years. I can't really believe it. So have the best life together.
Fantastic wedding. I loved your speeches. You're going to make a great couple. You're fantastic together.
What can I say? That was absolutely brilliant. I'll pass you on to my friend over the road.
Congratulations, Helen and Jack. It's been a great evening. I think we all agree. Cam Brooks would like to say a few words now.
We really enjoyed the time, and the speeches were absolutely fantastic, and we wish you all the best.
Congratulations to an amazing couple. And
Jack has a really good story about Jack that he wants to tell for the video photo book.
Congratulations, Jack and Helen. That is the best speech I've heard about chess in a long time. Maybe the first.
Congratulations. We can't wait to see what happens with you guys. And I hope you have loads of lovely adventures together.
Congratulations, Jack and Helen. I wish Cosmos was here to celebrate as well.
I feel absolutely privileged to be part of the beautiful ceremony that's gone on today, to see my cousin and his wife, and it's a beautiful moment, and I feel very privileged to be with that.
It's pretty difficult, given Jack's speech that he's already given today, it's pretty difficult to follow that with anything that would be even mildly comparable. But maybe we should just say how much we love Jack and Helen. Jack is the most wonderful, gentlest, most delightful person we could ever have wished to have met, and we're so glad that we met him on the staircase in Jesus College all those years ago. And we're
12 years.
I think he said something about bear. It was like, oh, there's bear heads out here, there's bear heads.
We recognise Jack from using a northern slang that we'd not heard in Cambridge, and was like, yeah, he sounds like a bit of us. He is one of the best people anyone will ever meet. He is unbelievably lovely and always has everyone's back. And Helen is his equal match. They are perfect together.
Jack, Helen, congrats on your special day. If you ever need villa tickets, let me know. It's been amazing so far, and tonight's going to be even better. So, congrats.
Congrats, Helen and Jack. We love you so much. We're so excited to be here.
Love you.
What a day.
Congrats, Helen and Jack. Amazing speech, Jack. You're such a good public speaker.
Any Birmingham City wanted, come find me.
Thank you for such a beautiful day. Congratulations, and we love you. Bye.
Well, congratulations, Helen and Jack, on your wedding.
Long time coming. We've been waiting for this day for about 10 years.
You took your time.
I know. And I still remember actually that night when we were in Bougie's and you were telling me about Jack. So it's so lovely to be here and to celebrate you both, and wishing you a lifetime of happiness. And I can't wait for what our future and our friendship brings for the next couple of years to come. Lots of love.
I met Helen actually at Niall's house on Pancake Day in 2012, February. What a night to behold that was. We put pancakes on our faces and merriment was had. I met Jack several years later, perhaps 2013, also at Niall's, I think, at the fateful evening where Helen painted Jack on the shirt. And I think, as they say, the rest is history. Those are my memories of meeting Helen and Jack to Niall's interpretive dance. Should we walk as well? And Niall, over to you.
Helen, Jack, what can I say that hasn't already been said in this video? The two of you are stunningly beautiful. In many ways, you're like a flamingo. Stood on one leg, prancing on the left leg, stood on the left leg. And in many ways, as you spin through life, you find yourself more and more moving faster and faster into a turbulence before you collapse. But when you collapse into one another's arms, you find beauty and love and happiness. And that's all we can possibly wish for you. We love you both incredibly, incredibly much. And we wish you the happiest of lives together. Do that, sorry. There you go. And you are one.
Congratulations, Helen and Jack. We still remember the sausage under the table, Helen, as much as you'll try and forget that incident. And you didn't mention it this evening. But congratulations to you both.
Congratulations, Helen and Jack. It's amazing to have you as my in-laws. Lots of love.
Congratulations, Jack and Helen. We think you're the perfect couple. We're so happy for him. What a beautiful day. Thank you.
Hi, Helen and Jack. Great day, great couple. I wish you all the best.
Well done, Jack. The speech was funny as you've been working on it so long. I'm always here to look after Cosmos for you if you want. And congratulations again.
Hey, congratulations, Helen and Jack. Fantastic day. It's so nice to hear that you're doing so well and enjoyed the day. Can't believe the speeches and that you have 3 men in your family who are indolent, but there we are.
Congratulations to my darling daughter and welcome to the family, Jack.
So after 3, 1, 2, 3, yay!
There's no